Greetings, Strategic Table of 10. This is Dan McElhattan, M3 Advertising Design. It's Tuesday, October 20th. I want to give you a brief video about branding since I'm not going to be able to be there this evening. What I want to share with you is a video, and it's one that I think really conveys the message of what branding is all about. Because most people think of branding as their logo or their business card or the way everything looks in their hierarchy of design. And that's really not the case. Branding in general comes to very simply, what do people feel or how they feel about your product and service? And then through that process of branding, you might be an entity that's trying to market yourself as a coach or a real estate person or someone who wants to help the environment. In that case, there's going to have to be a celebrity. There's going to have to be someone that is a spokesperson of the entity to grow from so that people can relate to. Now, you might be saying, well, I don't want to be in the limelight. I don't want to be in the spotlight. That's a choice. That's a decision. But you have to understand something. If people want to have a relationship to someone or something, it has to have a voice. It has to have a message or meaning, especially if it's a service. If it's an actual product, then it's how they feel after that product. So let me give you a good example. Voila. Wine. Yes, we all have had our take in it. I've actually loved wine for many years, but never really knew a lot about wine. And the wine industry really focuses on not only the labor of love that goes into the harvesting of the wine and the making of the wine, but also into the selling of wine and how the story resonates with people so that they can share it with one to another person. Now, this bottle of wine is actually a very fine Cabernet, but you'll notice there's no label on it. And if you saw this on the shelf, you wouldn't even know what to do because A, there's no price, there's no SKU, there's no logo, nothing. It's just what it is. In blind tastings, this is exactly what they use. It's just a typical bottle like this. However, with the magic of graphic design and digital age and illustrations and just some incredible talented artists out there, we're able to do some amazing things with just a blank bottle of wine, and that is simply put graphics on it. Now, this is an actual graphic that I did for Rock and Roll Wine for the Reggae Rhapsody, which the Review Journal named as their wine of the year last year. And you can get this at Lee's Liquor, and it's only like 15 bucks a bottle, and it's really a fine Chardonnay. I'm a red person, but the Chardonnay is amazing. They also rolled out this year with another one, a red one, called the Grotto. But let me show you real quickly the theming. Rock and Roll Wine has a theme of each different party or celebration. This one's reggae theme, and it has a nice little front and back to it. Again, the logo and the graphics is not the brand. It's what people experience after tasting the brand and going to a rock and roll wine event. That's what branding is all about. This is a tool that's at the actual venue or event or a place that someone can go to remember. And that experience of remembering, that memory, is about the branding so that people want to relate a story. How are people talking about you? How are they relating you to what you provide that their friends can catch on and go, oh, I got to call this person because they have this amazing service. Again, here's another, the red I was telling you about, the Grotto. This is actually just released this year. And it was themed after Hugh Hefner's The Grotto at the Playboy Mansion. And this one's actually served at Lavo now every Thursday night. They have free pourings there. So if you ever want to try these, you can go there. But again, the bottles are the same. The grapes inside are different, but the labeling and the branding is something completely unique because people remember the wine tasting experience. They remember the fun they had. They remember the people they met. I'm going to show you something different now. Not a lot of people know that, especially people here in Nevada don't know about this product, but a former politician named Bob Miller worked with some Bulgarian government people and found out that there was this rose nectar, this amazing rose nectar that basically it's harvested from roses that's only grown from 3 to 4 weeks out of the year. And then they infuse the petals of this very potent rose into a liquid that's usually poured with clear liquids like champagne or tequilas, but also can be used in teas. And even Leonardo da Vinci himself used to use the same type of rose nectar and the rose petals put into his hot tea. So I'm going to show you this because the packaging is absolutely spectacular. It's beautiful. When you look at this, it looks like perfume. It had the name is called Sense, S-E-N-C-E, Nectar.com. It's out of Henderson. You can buy this for $4 at least. They spend a lot of money on the packaging. It's fantastic. When you open it, it smells like a bouquet of flowers. You're like a bouquet of roses. You almost don't want to drink it because you're like, wow, that's just, it almost smells like perfume. But when you taste it, it's a whole different experience. However, this packaging is unbelievable. It's gorgeous. The only problem is the marketing of this has been kind of weak, and not a lot of people understand and know this. And that's where people have to have more of an experience of a brand for it to really take off. And what you want to do is you want to have a product and service to take off. And the best way right now is virally, word of mouth, using social media networks, using your friends. You have to build from somewhere. You have to build from your databases and grow, 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 grow. And you cannot stop. You relentlessly have to be diligent in that process. These type of products come and go. They put a lot of time, a lot of money into the packaging, into the design, which is necessary as a small part. But the other part is, how are we going to grow so everyone knows the story? How are we going to grow this so that people get to share the product and really enjoy it? The reason why some of the best brands in the world work so well is because their product, people have a good sensation when utilizing it. Think about that. How do you want to leave your next presentation? How do you want those people, when they leave from you in your presentation, how do you want them to feel? That's part of your brand. Think about when people use your product and your service and they feel amazing about it, and at least refer to 3 or 4 people. That's the kind of experience you're looking for in building a brand. So think about not only how it's going to look, how it's going to feel, how it's going to smell, sensory. Is there a special odor that's sprayed in the room when you're doing a presentation? Is there a certain song that sets the mood? Is the packaging just right? Think about all the fine details. But most importantly, what are they leaving, taking with them at the end of the room, at the end of the presentation? That's vital. That's branding. When people leave my company, M3ID, they go, Dan's brilliant. He's very creative. However, I follow up too. Most designers flake. I follow up with thank you cards. I follow up with letters. I follow up again saying, okay, what can we improve? And they really honestly get from me that I care. So again, how do you care? What steps do you take for your brand? So that's my little tidbit. Watch the video and then think about this. I'm going to provide a worksheet for all of you and really answer the questions diligently for yourself. Share it amongst each other, because the valuable information there, or invaluable information, is critical. Because again, it's really not about you or me. It's about them. And what are they saying? What are they doing to talk about you, your service, your product, and sharing it with others? Because that is the juice, if you will, of brand. Enjoy the video.